Hello guys, we're lucky enough to have some of very bright-minded people from Abacus, and we're going to have a casual talk with them today about the challenges or any questions they have.
Okay, Assalamualaikum sir, how are you? Actually, my question to you is that what is your expectation from your employees?
एम्प्लॉई से जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो जब आप कोई भी जॉब करें तो उस जॉब के साथ एक्सपेक्टेशंस आपको पहले ही पता होती हैं, लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें कि जो प्रॉब्ली आपकी जॉब एक्सपेक्टेशंस में नहीं लिखी होती. फॉर एग्जांपल कि आपको प्रोएक्टिवली काम करना है, यू नीड टू बी हाई एनर्जी, यू नीड टू डिलीवर योर प्रोग्रेस और शो योर प्रोग्रेस, गो बैक एंड कम्युनिकेट with people you're responsible to, and sometimes you also have a team, so you need to communicate that responsibility both downwards as well as upwards. फिर high energy, being passionate, being achieving something, adding value, ये probably आपकी job description में शायद नहीं लिखा होगा, लेकिन ये वो expectations है जो किसी भी employer की होती हैं.
Alright, for the next question we're going to Faiza. Hi Faiza, how are you?
I'm good. How are
What's your question?
How did you manage success? It's been a long time. You have been successful in this career. So how did you manage success?
How do you manage
Great
success?
question, yeah.
Sarfraz is going to answer that.
Yeah, I
Sarfraz,
would love to answer as soon as I get successful. So far, I think I think success, like we were discussing earlier as well, success is बहुत subjective है. For some people, I might be successful. For some people, I might not be. So I think again, success is a motivation. So I handle it in a way that I take it as a motivation factor. So if I get successful in some project or in anything, for me it's one step towards the major goal. It's a stepping stone, but of course that's not the end. So I think for me what I've worked is taking the success as a motivation factor. तो अगर आपकी success आपको motivate कर रही है, तो I think that will keep you going and you will go and get more and more success. Excellent question, by the way. Next question, we have Shahjahan with us.
So one of the concerns which we all the young people in this generation we have is when we come to a certain point in our career, we find many difficult challenges which we may face. So my question to you is, what was the biggest challenge in yours in your life, and how were you able to overcome it?
I'll dunk and I'll pass this to Johnson because that's a very tricky, difficult question. But I think one way to do it very quickly, I'll just say, is to again, to have a problem-solving mindset is very important. So whatever challenges it, if you believe in yourself that one way or the other you're going to solve it, there's always a solution for it. It's just like you have to probably think out of the box, look on the other side. If one door is closed, go knock on the other one. So this is how I do it. I always think that every problem is solvable one way or the other, and I think that's how you take challenges. And again, it's just my way. This works for me.
I think biggest challenge for me was I've always been an introvert, right? तो introvert से आप extrovert कैसे होते हैं? जैसे so initially आपके career में, let's say कि आप MIS एनालिस्ट हैं, MIS टीम में, मैनेजमेंट इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम टीम में आप एक एनालिस्ट हैं, तो आपने डेटा क्रंचिंग करनी है, राइट? तो आपका जो टेम्परामेंट है, जनरली स्पीकिंग, अगर रिसर्च रिलेटेड वर्क है तो आप इंट्रोवर्ट होंगे, ठीक है? आई वॉज इंट्रोवर्ट ऑलवेज, राइट? लेकिन जैसे जैसे आप ग्रो करते हैं करियर में, आप एंट्री लेवल पोजीशन से टीम लीड, मैनेजर, वीपी एंड देन डायरेक्टर अपवर्ड्स, राइट? जो भी आपकी ग्रोथ की ट्रेजेक्ट्री है, जैसे जैसे आप ऊपर जाते हैं तो आपको बैलेंस चाहिए होता है इंट्रोवर्जन में और बीइंग एन एक्सट्रोवर्ट, इसके बीच में बैलेंस चाहिए होता है. बिकॉज आपकी जॉब ये भी रिक्वायर करती है कि आप इंट्रोवर्ट हों, विच मीन्स कि आप एनालिसिस करें, बैठें, पढ़ें, रिसर्च करें, और ये भी रिक्वायर करती है कि इसको आप आर्टिकुलेट भी करें अच्छी तरह से, इमैक्युलेटली आर्टिकुलेट करें. तो आपको बैलेंस चाहिए होता है बिटवीन बीइंग एन इंट्रोवर्ट एंड एक्सट्रोवर्ट, एंड दिस वाज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज फॉर मी. How I overcame it, you start being extrovert, you start going out, talking to people. More you talk, better you start
exposure.
Better exposure you get, and ultimately you overcome your weakness.
So I think one more thing that you mentioned about youth and all that, I think one more major challenge is distractions. So there are a lot of them. So I think to handle that is to have one permanent distraction. Then rest of your focus is on the work. So if you don't have that one particular distraction, then it's a big challenge to handle.
I'll work on it.
Good luck with that. So it's getting interesting. We're going ahead with our towards our next question. We're going to Rohit. Hi Rohit, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your question? Bring it on.
My question is, what is your greatest motivation in life? Like, for the sake of like keeping it short and simple.
Oh, that's a very
Tough
difficult
one.
question. Motivation. Yeah, you go ahead first.
Okay. हर बंदे की अपनी motivation होती है. I think whatever I'm going to answer is going to be specific to me. But my motivation is to create something, to build something, to add value, to do something which people will remember you by. So that's my biggest motivation. Everything I do it from the perspective that I'm building something or creating something, doing something new, adding value to somebody, a person's life, organization, whatever it is. That's my biggest motivation.
And I think for me, motivation is something that changes in the different phases of life. But one thing that keeps you motivating in all phases of life is money. So no to ha mera mood bane. So I think on a lighter note, I think for sure if somebody's saying not, probably they're very different. But I think for most people what works is money is the biggest motivation. But again, like John said, for different people it's different. For some people it's success. For some people it's like getting famous. For some people it's fame. For some people it's money. So it depends.
अच्छा, लेकिन एक चीज़ जो important है, जो मैंने सीखी है, समझी है, वो है doing the right thing for the right reason. ठीक है. For example, आप पढ़ते हैं कि मैं पैसे बनाऊंगा या मुझे जॉब मिलेगी. That's not the reason for you to get educated, go to school. Reason you go to school is to learn something, to educate yourself. That's the reason. जो money है और job है वो by product है, उसने खुद ही आ जाना है. But you got to do the right thing, which is education, for the right reason, which is learning. And byproducts उसके बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं. Fame also is a byproduct. You add value to people's life, they get. In return, you could get famous. लेकिन ये आपका starting point नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं famous हो जाऊँ.
I think we have two more leaders. We can ask them what were their motivation. Can we ask Sufyan?
We can ask.
Sufyan, take a mic, please.
So हर बंदे की डिफरेंट मोटिवेशन होती है. सो व्हेन यू स्टार्ट योर करियर आपकी मोटिवेशंस बिल्कुल डिफरेंट होती हैं. बट ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू लर्न अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग, यू गेट एक्सपोजर एंड देन यू सेट अप योर माइंड ऑन सर्टेन गोल्स एंड गेट योर माइलस्टोन्स. सो जब आप उन माइलस्टोन्स को अचीव करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, यू गेट अ सेंस ऑफ अचीवमेंट और उससे आपकी मोटिवेशन और ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है अपने गोल को अचीव करने के लिए. सो फॉर मी एट द स्टार्ट ऑफ माई करियर मैं बिल्कुल ये नहीं सोचता था कि मैं एक थॉट लीडर बनूंगा. बट नाउ राइट नाउ आई वांटेड टू बी अ थॉट लीडर एंड स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली जैसे जैसे मैं उन माइलस्टोन्स को अचीव कर रहा हूँ, मेरी मोटिवेशन फुलफिल भी हो रही है और ज़्यादा बढ़ रही है टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट माइलस्टोन.
So consistently hitting your goals and target is one way to keep yourself going.
What is the best thing you learned and experienced in your journey?
It's difficult to point out one thing, but I think life itself is like constantly a name of learning, but very philosophical. But I think one thing in a nutshell, if I have to tell that I have learned is that being a people's person is very, very important. By that means if you're approachable and people can easily talk to you, they can come to you with the solution and the problems, that helps you a lot. In two ways. One is that you are up to date what's happening because everyone is talking to you. You are updated with the problems that you have not faced but others have, so you get the experience from their experience. And secondly is that because you are approachable, it's easy to absorb knowledge from them and cross learn. So I think one thing that really have worked for me is being friendly and being approachable. But again उसमें ये होता है कि there's very thin line कि आप कहाँ पे उसको draw करते हैं, because आप अगर ओवर फ्रेंडली हो जाते हैं तो आपका काम कॉम्प्रोमाइज हो जाता है. तो it's a tricky deal to handle, but I think for me it was the biggest learning that I've learned very early in my career, that having approachable personality really helps, and it did help a lot. What worked for you, John?
I've learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think putting people first, like Surprise said, is definitely one of the things that I've learned. कि आप लोगों के साथ अच्छा करें, उनके लिए वैल्यू ऐड करें. आपको करियर में स्पेशली a lot of people what they do is कि वो सीख जाते हैं ना तो किसी को सिखाते नहीं है, लेकिन आपने उस टाइम तक नहीं सीखा जब तक कि आप किसी को सिखा नहीं सके. ये इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है कि आप दूसरों के लिए रिलेशनशिप्स को पहले रखें और लोगों की लाइफ में वैल्यू ऐड करें, उनके लिए अच्छा करें, तो वो आपको रिटर्न उसका ऑटोमेटिकली. डोंट एक्सपेक्ट अ रिटर्न कि किसी के साथ अच्छा किया तो रिटर्न आएगा. पर आई थिंक बिगेस्ट लर्निंग हैज़ बीन टू पुट पीपल फर्स्ट. ऑल्सो करियर के पर्सपेक्टिव से ये है कि आप स्टैंड आउट. डोंट बी, अगर सारे आपके 10 फ्रेंड्स है ना, यूर एवरेज ऑफ दोज 10 फ्रेंड्स. ठीक है, ये हमेशा याद रखिएगा. 10 दोस्तों में से, आपके 10 दोस्तों में से आप उन 10 की एवरेज हैं. ठीक है,
So choose wisely.
इसी तरह चूज वाइजली. वन सेकेंडली ये कि आप जब करियर में हैं तो आपके इर्द गिर्द भी लोग हैं, राइट, आप तकरीबन उनकी एवरेज हैं. इफ यू डोंट स्टैंड आउट ऑफ दैट क्राउड you will not get anywhere, and that has been one of my I think learnings.
I think इसमें से एक और चीज़ जो निकली है वो है problem solving. So like this. So if you solve problem, that also help. I think we'll take Qaisar's opinion.
ये Qaisar का opinion.
We are lucky enough कि हमारे पास Qaisar भी हैं. Qaisar is also leader in Abacus. So Qaisar, what's the biggest learning?
I think to me it's having a passion with you, because I think when you have a passion, you are focused, then you always try to strive and achieve for your goals. आपको rightfully एक आप approach करते हैं towards achieving success. और जब आप अपने आप को एक passion के through, एक focus approach के साथ chase कर रहे होते हैं अपने dreams को, तो then you make sure कि आप उन तमाम elements को, जैसे Johnson and Sarfraz said about people management, keeping good relationship with your people, you always ensure that. Also, you always focus on making sure that you are meeting your objectives, your people around you are meeting their objectives. That's how you drive things. If you are passionate enough, only then you will grow in your life, you will make a lot of success in your life. So that's what my take is on this.
Interesting. Passion. So Qaisar says passion is everything. ये सवाल ना पूछना पड़े कि how to handle frostbite. We'll just take 2 more questions. Go to Anleep. Hi Anleep. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Assalam. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. So yeah, my question would be, what is the importance of diversity in an organization, or as per you, what is the importance?
I am 0-0 on this. I have no
Diversity.
idea. So Johnson.
डाइवर्सिटी देखिए, डाइवर्सिटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में इसलिए आप डाइवर्सिटी पे फोकस करते हैं बिकॉज आप अगर एक ही तरह के लोग हैं एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में तो वो एक प्रॉब्लम को एक ही एंगल से देखेंगे. ठीक है, ख़वातीन एक कंपोनेंट है डाइवर्सिटी का. जेंडर रेशियो इज़ वन फोकस. जेंडर रेशियो में आप ये देखिए कि ख़वातीन का पर्सपेक्टिव हमेशा डिफरेंट होगा मर्दों के से कंपेयर अगर आप करेंगी, तो आपको इस वजह से वो वाला पर्सपेक्टिव आपको चाहिए. फिर जो नेशनैलिटीज़ हैं, डिफरेंट सेगमेंट के लोग हैं, ये सो यू डूइंग ऑल ऑफ दिस डाइवर्सिटी because you want to be agile as an organization, you want to solve problems faster, you want to be tolerant towards different perspectives so that you're listening to everybody. और फिर आप सबके चीज़ें देख के, उनको समझ के, सुन के फिर डिसीजंस ले रहे हैं. फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग आपकी ज़्यादा बेहतर हो जाती है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल कल्चर बेहतर होता है. तो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ रीजंस व्हाई organizations focus on gender or diversity in general.
Different point of view. And last but not the least, we'll go to Uzair for his question. Hi Uzair, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Having fun?
Having a lot of fun. My question is, how would you handle almost freezing and almost starving?
The motivation of getting famous. The motivation of getting famous, I think this is what I like.
So my question, as a young professional, would you prefer or would you recommend aspiring to a certain set of qualities or aspiring to like a role model or a personality that you would regularly aspire to? Would you focus really on qualities, just objectively, or should you focus on, having someone on a pedestal and aspiring to be that person?
I think it's a very good question and it's a difficult question to answer. I think it's a combo of both. Given the fact that in today's world, when you one is a responsibility. When there is a team that you're handling, you have a responsibility because they probably are looking up to you. As a leader or as a team member, you're setting up the tone of almost everything, not just professional, probably for personal life as well. So it has to be a combination of both, where you have certain amount of good qualities and be a role model for people. It's difficult, trust me, it's very difficult. It asks for a lot of sacrifice as well, but I think if you want something, you have to do something. And I think for me, again, I believe it should be a combination of both. What's for you, Johnson?
So you aspire to, I think, neither qualities nor a person. You're actually aspiring to a goal. वो goal जब quality तो नहीं होगा ना. You're aspiring to be, let's say, a content writer or great marketeer, या CEO, right? Let's say you're aspiring to be a CEO. CEO is neither a person को नहीं aspire करे, because ये तो आपकी अपनी aspiration है ना, और quality को भी नहीं aspire करे. Being CEO is not a quality, it's a goal that you've set yourself up. But to achieve that aspiration, you would need mix from qualities, and you would need mix from people as well. You get inspired by people, right? And उन लोगों की certain qualities भी होती हैं. So you're not getting inspired just by the person but also by the qualities. और ये दोनों चीज़ें आपकी aspiration जो है वो इन inspiration से ही आएगी, बंदे की inspiration से आएगी, qualities हैं उसमें जो उससे आएगी. तो that's my perspective.
So that's it. We call it a wrap. This was another very exciting episode of Basic Baat. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. See you guys. Bye.
Thanks.